All right.
All right.
We're recording. We're happy.
Let's get started. Yeah, let's do this.
All right. We are back, everybody, with the second season of Kino with Khan. We took a little hiatus due to a lack of demand.
Wait, am I Kino?
Kino with Khan.
What's Kino?
Kino is a style of filmmaking, which is very... no one who's ever been on this show knows the name of the show. It's a style of filmmaking which you do really like guerrilla filmmaking. You go and make it as fast as you can and sort of stuff. And it's also like German prefix for like film.
Oh,
and
nice.
It's actually very good for this film because it's a very quickly made film. But before we start, it's the second season of Kino with Khan, where we had to keep you waiting for a little bit. And we're starting our second season in Hong Kong with comedian, actor, filmmaker, all-around degenerate, Tim To.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's the nicest intro I ever got.
We gotta make people feel like they're listening to something good.
yeah, this guy does stuff.
And Tim has chosen for his film,
Yes.
Young and Dangerous.
Yes,
Which
classic.
is a classic 1996 film by Andy Lau, based here in Hong Kong, so it's very fitting. And before we get started, we always do our recap. So, Tim, you've got 1 minute to recap this film.
All right. Basically, it's about this group of friends who find themselves. It starts off with them in the soccer and playing soccer, and they get in an argument with some gangster, and that makes them decide, hey, you know what? Let's stop getting pushed around and become gangsters. So it's about their growth into the Hong Kong triad, this made-up triad called Hung Hing, and it's just about their initial initiation and rise. But yeah, it's one of my favorite films.
Yeah, so I actually never seen it before, and also I do tell people when I'm trying to raise money for films and stuff, especially in London and stuff, I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm a real Hong Kong filmmaker. And I felt a bit embarrassed that I'd never seen this film before.
Dude.
It's about these young guys who become like street level triads, and they're very attached to their leader, and there's a bad guy who's a triad also in the film industry, kills their leader, and they take revenge on him.
Yes.
And then they become the leaders of the Causeway Bay Boys.
Yes. Yeah. They're the branch, the 揸 fit 人銅鑼灣鄭伊健 I'm not 鄭伊健陳浩南. But yeah, dude, it's why I picked this film is because growing up, so I grew up in Canada, and this film like fucked up an entire generation of young Chinese people.
Okay.
Right? Because I think growing up in the West, you don't really get many films where, Chinese characters are cool, right? Chinese characters are always like, whatever.
Yeah, especially back then, like the 90s and stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking the worst, right?
Yeah,
Always the nerds.
Or Bruce Lee.
Yeah, no, true. No, it's true, yeah. Or action, right? Like Kung Fu Star. And which is like, yeah, that's cool to try to aspire to be, but Kung Fu's fucking hard, dude. Martial arts is fucking hard. And you're never gonna get to that tier, right? Or like majority of people are never gonna get to a tier. But to become a street level gangster, that's not that difficult. So realistically, I think a lot of people just saw it and it's like, oh shit. A film in the 90s for Asians, you're never getting the girl. You're never getting the girl. You're never winning a fight unless it's a kung fu movie, right? But you're just always this like weird side character. You're like the fucking whatever. I mean, he's killing it now, but like you're like the kid from Indiana Jones, or you're fucking some random dude.
A side character, sort of.
Yeah, always a side character.
Or comic relief. And even in those kung fu films, especially like the Western ones, they even in those Western ones, they're like, it's a white guy who's actually the lead in the film.
Yes.
And Jean-Claude Van Damme ends up beating up the Chinese guy in the final.
Yes,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Good sport.
Exactly. Yeah. Bolo Young. Yeah, no, exactly. So, having like Young and Dangerous was such an inspirational film. For me, that actually got me, like I talk about this in my Cantonese stand-up, but Young and Dangerous is where I started like getting into Cantonese. Like, I gotta learn this language. I gotta fucking represent more. And yeah, a lot of fun terms in it.
So was it like a big, so you were in Canada when we first watched this?
Yeah.
When you were a kid?
I was a fucking,
like
kid.
7, 8, 9, 10?
10?
So
Maybe
it's
not
about
even.
50 years ago or so.
Yeah. Dude, actually, I think it was in I think the first one came out in 90. If it came out in
95, 96.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Also, good to know, because in case our viewers haven't seen it, there's like 7 of these films now. This film was a huge hit, and in certain countries it was banned. because they thought it glorified triads. So places like Singapore and stuff, we didn't want people thinking triads are cool.
It definitely glorified. Yo, dude, it made
You
them
think
look
it glorified them?
Dude, big time. Because again, like it's
I didn't think it glorified them more than any like Scorsese film glorifies Goodfellas, like Wise Guys.
Yeah.
And stuff like
This is
that,
true. This is true. But then for Asians, we never had really stuff to look at, right? You watch Goodfellas or you watch The Godfather, and that shit seems cool. But you're like, you're not Italian. You're never gonna be a made man.
Yeah.
All right. So then when you see stuff about the triad, you're like, yeah, I could do that. I could get a machete.
Also, it's cool. So I was reading about the film. They were saying there are lots of films before this about triads, but it's always about the bosses. Whereas this was the first one where it was about street level guys.
Yeah.
Running around Causeway Bay. And also, for our non-Hong Kong listeners, they make Causeway Bay look, I mean, I've said this before, like, if you can put a camera up anywhere in Hong Kong, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
But this film did such a good job. Maybe it was Causeway Bay in the 90s, because Causeway Bay now is so much more sanitized.
yeah. It's like just getting a fucking chopping some dude in front of H&M and shit. Yeah, it doesn't have the vibe.
I mean, like, if they said it was one chai or something like that, I would have believed it a bit more.
Yeah.
But, like, Causeway Bay now is just like at one point I was watching the film, I was like, it's just fucking Causeway Bay.
I think, to be honest, I think some of it was.
Yeah.
Some of it was probably filmed in like Wan Chai, where you got more of the neon lights or like TST or whatever.
Well, maybe it was like that in the 90s, and they cleaned it all up.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but they, so there's street level guys running around. They're hitting up like massage parlors and stuff, and they're having a good time. And they're having a good time. But I don't think it glorifies them more than any other gangster film because like there is the dip, right? There's like active sexual assault. Our lead gets sexually assaulted. And then all. But
it all works out.
His boss dies, gets murdered with his family and stuff like that. So that's like the part of any gangster film where it's like I think it's showing like there are pretty shit parts of this life.
Yeah, definitely. I think, but that part of that is part of the glory, right? Like. It's like, hey, I survived this shit, and I made it out, and I'm the guy who's still fucking here.
I got the dragon tattoo.
I did.
So when I was like 7 or 8, I used to play basketball at the same court in Garden Road every night. Right? And then me and my boy Calvin Chang, shout out Calvin, we were like playing there, like no one's there, and these 2 guys in black suits show up, and they're like grown men, and we're like maybe 11 at the time. And they take off their shirts to like play and put on shorts. They're not playing on shirts. They had full dragon tats. And we were like, are these guys fucking dragons? And then they were like, let's play 2-on-2. And obviously they're adults, so they split us up. So they were super nice. We played with each other.
Well, that's the thing too, because all the characters in this, they're really like, they're fun. You know, like a lot of people, like for me, I think one of the characters I like the most is like not the main guy. He's like the main guy's best friend.
You like Chicken?
Chicken, yes.
That makes sense. I can see you. I was watching this film. So Chicken is the more wacky best friend of the main guy. And he becomes like the big taipan in Taiwan.
Yes.
And sorry, Chinese Taipei.
Same thing.
And then he comes up and he comes back and saves the day. And he always has like a sick haircut. He changes his haircut between night and day. Which is crazy.
Dude, it's funny actually as the film series progresses, he always has like this cool, and there's in the 6th film in the series, he has his haircut that I think the 6th film came in 2000. I could be wrong, but I think it came out in the 2000s, and he had this sick haircut that every Chinese kid tried to do. It was like it was sick in a movie. Super fucking gay if you do it. It's like, not gay, but not straight. You know what I mean? Not gay. Oh, we don't use that term anymore. What's the term? It's very like fashionable.
It was metrosexual in the 2000s.
You know what's funny? It's not. It was flamboyant. Is that the right? That's a good word.
I like that.
Eccentric.
But in the 2000s, the term is metrosexual.
Metrosexual is eccentric. So the way I'll describe this haircut, because I want to get it, my parents never fucking let me do it.
I was gonna say, okay, 2 things. One, super fun to watch you drown. After screaming gay.
That haircut's gay. I mean,
drowning and then immediately trying to backpedal. And Jimmy was giving you nothing, and I respect that.
Jimmy's a gay icon. To be fair,
Jimmy's never gonna throw you a rope. I guess.
Oh yeah, sure. Let me grab that for you.
Oh, thanks, man.
Another bear ski?
Thank you.
I'll take another vodka lime soda to drown out my homophobic comments.
Do you want a lemon with that? Do you want a lime?
I got one in here already, so it's right.
No, look at this.
Nice boys.
Look at this.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to say at the beginning of the episode, this episode is sponsored by The Aftermath, the premier live venue in Hong Kong. Music, comedy, everything you need. The sexiest guys behind the bar.
Yes.
They're fantastic lads. Anyway,
They're the best.
so hilarious to watch that. And B, when I was watching that film, because I'm trying to watch the film from your eyes.
Yeah.
Talk to you about it.
You just watch it in wide. Try to watch it from your eyes. So I turn on widescreen. Fuck you, dude. Try to watch it from my eyes. Fuck you, man. Just watch it from your own goddamn eyes. They didn't even have widescreen then, but yeah.
I didn't mean I was doing Asian eyes while watching
I don't know. You clarify what you meant, dude. I'm trying to watch it. It's really tough. And like up and down to read the subtitles and watch.
This is how y'all live.
I don't have to read the subtitles.
But that's true. I had to subtitle, but I don't mind subtitles. I don't mind.
Dude. I love it.
And then so I was watching videos, and I could tell that you would be the sort of kid who would love chicken.
Yeah.
Because he was doing his own thing. He was fucking gambling. He had the hottest girl.
Yeah.
He was running around, and he comes back as the hero as well, and he's got this like great energy to him.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, I thought for sure you did get the haircut when you were young.
Yeah, dude. No, I wish. I got you.
so much.
If you can clip out, thank you,
wave
sir.
high.
The icon, Jimmy. If you can clip out a piece to show the hair and the sixth part of the whatever movie series, so it's basically like a half-shaved head, then it's like slowly spikes up, and then he has like this rooster tail that goes like so. This long like little it's like I don't know. It's just like one. It sounds super lame now when I talk about it, but at that time when we saw it, we're like, yo, that's so rebellious. You know what I mean? But yeah, my parents were like, yo, fuck that.
So just now I was walking by a bar on Wyndham Street, and one of the guys who works there has a crazy sort of look to him, like huge curly mustache, like a big mullet, like painted up, and I was like, this is fucking stupid.
That's the thing.
Outside of a movie, in a movie you're like sick.
Yeah.
In real life you're like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, dude, like you go to a meeting like this, get the fuck out of here, bro.
What does your mom say to you?
Yeah. No, like, what's your job? That's the thing. That's kind of what my parents told me. Like, all right, well, what are you gonna do? You know, with that haircut, where are you gonna go?
And you were like, comedian.
Yeah. As a comedian, you can do whatever. That was like sick. Actually, you know what? I might do that.
You can still do it now.
Now I can do whatever.
Now you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, but then
you're not working at a bank.
But yeah, no. I wish. No, my parents were tight with that shit. I was not. Even as a kid, like, it was a huge trend. A lot of people would dye their hair. So we started, the original 90s Asians, we started that McDonald's hair, right? The middle part.
You take credit for that?
For sure.
Because I know what you're talking about, 'cause I have two older brothers. I thought it was The Calling.
Who the fuck is that?
Wherever you will go and all my down low.
Nah, dude, yeah, no, dude, the fuck? You think Chinese people in the 90s like, The Calling? I've never even heard of that till now.
No, but like there's 90s bands, there's white boy bands.
I think everyone, to be honest,
bands.
yeah, you're right. In the 90s, everyone kind of had that middle part. But Asians, or at least where I grew up, they had this, so we do the middle part, but instead of leaving like it all black or whatever, you dye some of it blonde. So then you have these like big like golden arches, like McDonald's golden arches. Actually, this was a thing. Did you know? Maybe it was a thing in Hong Kong, but in Toronto, everyone had that shit. Or you dye your whole top blonde and you leave the bottom black.
So you weren't allowed any of this?
Nah, dude, my parents.
And is that why you never had girlfriends or anything?
Yeah, never got pussy. No, my parents cock blocked. Nah, dude.
Parents are cock blocking me.
No, funny enough, I'm glad I never got it. Now looking back, right?
Yeah,
I'm glad I never dyed my hair, never did all that shit. But yeah, for my parents, it's just like it was too much.
Okay, so where did you first watch the film? Did your parents whack this on for you?
Dude, this is what funny. Like back in the day, obviously Chinese movies, you're not getting that shit. There's no blockbusters, fucking Chinese films. So this is probably shit my dad was watching himself, right? And he'd have it on Laserdisc or on fucking VHS, and then. Just watch it with your parents, man. We didn't give a shit.
So actually, I agree with that too. So there's always this assumption that like Asian kids, especially like abroad, outside of like Asia, well, I was in Hong Kong, but like I was outside of India. There's this assumption like, oh, we're quite strict parents, and they were with like academics and stuff like that. Obviously.
Yeah.
But with films, I was allowed to watch whatever the fuck I wanted.
Yeah,
I had no
didn't give a
limits.
shit. Yeah.
And also like I had HBO. I had everything. I watched the Basketball Diaries when I was like super young. Brian Bentley's here.
Speaking of the Basketball Diaries.
Speaking of the Basketball Diaries. Are you just joining in the pod?
I just keep fucking up each comedian.
Randomly, it's like wrestling. Oh shit! Oh shit, it's Brian
Hey,
Bentley.
bro, I'm motherfucking Bentley.
Big dick swinging.
Yeah, stop bringing that up.
Check if you're in frame at least.
Oh, yeah, true. Actually, I don't think so. I don't think you are.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll let you
just
get
beat
on
this-
with your professional podcast.
We're having a really good conversation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, take. Yeah, don't take.
You
Oh,
were
you are? Get in. Now it looks weird. Now it looks like we just kicked you out. You know what?
We're talking
Fuck
about
this,
we're
bro.
talking-
You took Little Mermaid. You took Snape, bro. We're not letting you take this podcast.
Dude, I'm gonna go out for a cigarette. I'm never gonna come back like your dad.
So now we're acknowledging I am black. Okay. Come on, focus.
For those on the audio, Brian Bentley, who is a black man, came, and Tim and him exchanged racial back and forth.
Yes. Yeah. Which is normal. It's normal interaction, I think. That's how we solve racism.
But yeah, anyway, I didn't have any, like, my parents didn't care what I watched at all.
Yeah, dude. No, same thing. My parents didn't give a shit about movies, especially the Chinese films. They just let me watch whatever. The only thing I ever got shit for was watching Married with Children.
Was that a TV show?
Yeah, it was a TV show in the 90s with Al Bundy, Ed O'Neill. And just because he'd always go to a strip club and shit. And then my
Really?
parents were like, what the fuck you watching? I'm like, it's a show. It's like Full House, but like
Mine was horror films a lot.
horror films.
Because my mom just didn't want me to have nightmares.
Oh, okay, pussy.
Yeah. They were not a fan of that.
Yeah, you know it's funny. If Asian parents
Oh, thanks so much, man.
if Asian parents were a little more strict, thank you.
Shout out Jimmy, the producer of the pod.
If Asian parents were a little more strict on film, maybe the impact Young and Idris had on that generation would have been less.
So that's what I was gonna say. Do you think it's had a big impact on
No,
kids?
huge.
Were you coming to Hong Kong to visit and stuff like that a lot, or?
As a kid, nah, I probably visited like once or twice when I was like 8.
Yeah.
But
But do you have Cantonese friends, or do they not fuck with you?
no, I didn't grow up.
They call you ABC. Like, you know, like,
I grew up in I think like the school I went to as a kid, I probably had like 5 other Chinese students.
Okay, nice.
All right, so I didn't really have that many Chinese kids growing up around me. But at the same time, like Asian education on like Asian ethnicities or Asian culture or whatever, not a thing when I was
No.
growing up. So like I just assumed like if you look kind of like me, I just assumed you're Chinese, bro. I didn't even know. You know what I mean? It's like whatever, you're probably Chinese.
We're all Cantonese.
Yeah, we're all Chinese, man. Whatever. We all don't speak it.
No, because you have a good bit about that, about how, like, is it your bit, or am I confusing you with someone else?
No, it's probably me.
But with,
If it's a good bit, it's probably me.
it's a bit about, like, how you, your history books were growing up were just like,
Yeah.
Chinese people, 1 page, railroads, done.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's like, bro, we did a lot more.
Yeah, dude, we had nothing. We learned nothing about our own culture, really.
Yeah.
And it's funny, too, because I grew up in Canada. So at that time, the Attorney General, I can't remember her fucking name, though, but it's basically the representative of the Queen. She was Chinese, too, but, you know, we didn't really learn much. So I think when it came to, like, our parents letting us watch Chinese films, Hong Kong films especially, just like, yeah, just fucking go, just have a go. But this one was bad. This one was bad. Because you got to remember, like, growing up overseas, especially if you're, you know,
Yeah.
whatever, not white or whatever, you're not of the majority, a minority, that's the word,
Yeah.
you're a minority. Dude, you kind of like have this like, it's a weird vibe. So when you finally see yourself as a strong character, even though they're anti-heroes, right? Obviously, they're not good people or not good influences, I should say.
Yeah.
You latch on because like, yo, fuck, I could do this. I could be cool. I could get bitches. I can fucking fight back. I can
Yeah.
whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And I think this influenced a lot of people where just a lot of street gangs, a lot of whatever, just from watching this, they're like, yo, fuck that, let's do this.
I can see that. I mean, like, there is like a huge abundance of street gangs in the West, which are Asian dominated. you
Yeah.
know? Especially in like places like California and things like that.
Yeah, dude,
they
yeah, Toronto too.
These kids are probably watching this stuff and like thinking about it. But again, I'll have to push back against the whole
Movies making the influence.
movies that like this movie like was a bad influence.
I think
I think showing a story. I mean, yeah, if you show it to like a 7-year-old, even then, I don't think it's a bad influence.
This is
I don't
the
think
thing.
It's worse than
I-
Goodfellas or anything like that.
you're right. But I think it's just cause like Look, I hate that too, right? Where people blame like shootings or whatever on video games and movies.
Yeah, it's white people.
It is. Yeah. If you guys didn't bully us. No, it's no. Look, obviously there's truth to that, but I think because this film really was just such like you connect with it, especially if you're like an Asian. Look, if you're rich. If you're like a rich immigrant family, you probably did not connect with this film at all.
Yeah.
You probably watch it and you're just like, fuck, whatever, Like, I would never do that. But if you're, grown up and like, your family's not super well off, there's something missing, it does connect. You have that like, yo, this guy's just like me. Yeah. But he kind of he went this path instead of just being this fucking nerd or whatever.
One of the first lines in the film is our hero, Dom,
that's Fast and Furious, bro.
I'm pretty sure it's like Ching Chong something.
Yeah, there is a guy in Fast and Furious, Han, that looks like him, but no, it's a different dude.
They one of the first scenes, he's like gets his ass beat at a football pitch.
Yes.
And the guy comes up to me and goes like, "Hey, if you want to, you should go home and study. If you want to hang out at football." And like hang out here, then you have to like do this shit.
Yeah.
And without even missing a beat, the guy's like, I'm gonna fucking hang out here.
Yeah, I won't follow you. Yeah, exactly.
Without even a single thought about it.
Exactly. which I think like in most films, and I think they actually got a lot of shit for this, because this film is based off a comic book. So I think the comic book creator and the filmmakers got a lot of shit because the influence overseas was crazy, but even here I think was pretty bad, right? Because it is like. Dude, a lot of kids are going through this struggle, and you kind of latch on to anything that you think, well, hey, this will give me a better life.
This was also like peak when it came out. Like I think the triads like were.
Yeah, probably like the second wave of peak. I think during the 70s was peak, peak, right? Or after the war, and then 70s was peak. But then during the 90s it was still good, right? Like it was still like
they were running, like they were out here.
Yeah.
My parents have a couple stories of like so they lived in Hong Kong before I was born as well, and then I moved away and came back. And they have a story of like going to like they didn't know much about Hong Kong, like young Indian couple, and then they're at a restaurant, and then everything just went quiet.
Yeah.
While some guys walked to the back.
Yeah.
And then everyone started like eating again. And everyone like, my parents were like, what the fuck was that?
What the fuck happened? Yeah. Just eating with their hands and shit. What the fuck? Did we do something wrong?
What do you think my parents are eating?
I don't know, because they're Indian, dog.
Eating chow mein.
Yeah, I'm just like, did we do something wrong?
There's a great scene in this film, which I wanted to bring up, which is they kidnap what ends up being the heroine of the film, I would say. Because she stole the lead guy's car, and they fuck with her a little bit.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then they're
that's
like, gonna put it
hilarious.
out. And then they're like, you can tell it's a 90s film, but they're like, dude, we taking you out here, we're gonna punish you. We're gonna fucking sexually assault you. Yeah. And they're like, she's like, oh no, don't do that. Oh, she's on a stutter as well. Which actually, like, I'll get back to that.
So funny though.
Making fun of a stutter is still hilarious.
Yeah. Dude, the way they did it was so good because that's one of the classic lines where, so she steals this car, and then they're trying to make her pay for it, and then she goes, "Bang, yeah," right? And then they mock her, because so she's saying like 30,000, right? And they go 30,000, 90,000, which is fucking hilarious.
That is good. That also translated in the dialogue. I found that.
Did
funny
it? Okay,
well.
So funny.
I found that funny as well.
This is the thing. This film, like, it's if you watch it now. Actually, no, dude. If you watch it for the first time, I think it's still good on the first watch. Like, it still holds up. It's still funny as fuck.
Yeah, bro, did you get my text? Sorry, mate. I think we're going a bit over. Can we do yours after the mic?
After
tonight's mic? Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
Or I'll just do it, Brian. You go do your thing. Hey, this is Towin.
I'm super sorry about it. It took us a while to set up and figure out how to do it here. And then, sorry about that. Feel free to throw in comments. Seems like no.
Nah, don't need that. Okay, we're not in a movie theater.
Just be over here giving back rub.
Thank you, Anna. Sorry. But I was gonna say, and then they take her and they're like, what are the punishment they make her do is making her eat like 30 char siu baos.
Yeah. Oh no, they don't say, we'll sexually assault you. They're like, we're gonna bring you to this mountain and we're gonna force you to do something. And she's obviously thinking like, oh, these guys are fucking for sure, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And then they bring out the char siu bao, and they're like, char siu bao.
They make her eat loads of char siu bao.
Right, which is, so I think that's the thing that made them so, like, I guess, like, was the charming to the youth.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's some shit we would do. You're not thinking, like, realistically.
Maybe you. I wasn't force feeding ladies anything.
No, I mean, like, you're not thinking, like, sexual assault as a
Yeah,
kid.
yeah.
You're thinking, like, okay, how can we prank her? It'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Make her eat this obscene amount of char siu bao.
Yeah.
Which is harmless, in
Yeah.
a sense.
Yeah,
Really,
if
it's
you
not.
eat
Like, at a certain age, dude, if I ate 5 char siu bao, I'd probably die. To be honest.
Did you watch the Jimmy O Yang Shannon Sharp interview?
Oh, no. I've seen clips, but I never watched
There's a
it.
great one when he's like explaining like Chinese cuisine, and he's like, "There's different types of Chinese cuisine." And Shannon Sharp is a fucking moron, and he's there like, "They got Chinese food," and he goes like, "Oh, there's char siu bao, which is like barbecue pork," and he's like, "They got barbecue over there." I was like, what did you think? He's like, "I thought it was like Panda Express."
Then.
What a fucking idiot. I've never seen someone look more ignorant on TV. But I actually don't fuck with char siu bao because it is haram.
It is haram. Haram's delicious, though. Just like pussy.
Dude, I'd be like a kid, like we got out to one shot, and then afterwards, all my friends, like white, Chinese, everyone would be like, "We're gonna get some char siu bao right now," and I'd be in there looking around, be like, "Can I get something, please?
Can I get I'll get the duck.
I got a roasted goose."
Roasted goose is good too, though.
Yeah, but not at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, no.
No, roasted goose, yeah, look.
Yeah.
That'll always fucking hit. So it's interesting that you picked this film.
Yeah.
And I think it does kind of match your energy a little bit, and it's such a great one to bring back to this Kino with Khan thing.
Yeah.
Because I said Kino is like, right, it's like usually
Really quick film, yeah.
Quick filmmaking, go out there. They filmed this in 7 days.
Oh, did that?
Which is fucking crazy.
That's nuts.
Because they had quite big sets.
Yeah.
They had quite a lot of things. And then when it came to because it's based off a comic book.
Yes.
The Teddy Boys, which is translates into something
correct,
else.
Correct.
And so these guys were going out to their sets, and they were like, "Okay, we're gonna film this scene here. We have the comic book. Go for it, boys." And then the lads were just like coming, sort of like they had like a rough script from the comic book.
Yeah.
But then they were just like doing it live, improvising it, just trying to go
great.
right. And that's why they were filming quickly, moving around 7 days, a 7-day shoot, which sort of like really it's something that I always love, like this sort of like go out there and make it sort of thing.
Yeah.
And very rarely do you see it done so successfully. Where this film was like a huge success.
Monster. And it does have that kind of gritty feel too, actually, when you think about it. A lot of the scenes, I think if you look it up, there's some mistakes, but whatever, no one gives a shit.
It was the 90s, it was like fairly low budget. It wasn't like low budget because they had quite a lot of stuff, but they I'm trying to see what it was, what I had. Okay, so one of my favorite scenes, actually this is quite funny as well. They're the Causeway Bay Boys.
Yeah.
What was your gang when you were younger?
Oh, dude, I don't even know if I can say it. I think they still exist. I was never associated with that. I was never and still never associated with that.
I was in the mid-levels massive. Don't worry about it.
This is a bunch of rich kids? What the fuck?
Mid-levels massive, bro. You don't know about our streets, our struggles.
Fuck it. I only grew up with 3 helpers.
Mid-levels massive, bro. It was real. We used to be hooping. We sometimes we got our hands on a little of that weed.
Oh, what? You don't say. Dude, I wish,
to
be honest, I wish I could talk about it, but Canada has no statute
of limitations.
Yeah, so.
We could keep it moving.
I didn't do any of it, but
one
just
thing,
in case.
so like when you like see the films in Hong Kong, and like it's like any type of representation, it feels great. But when you're watching these like films take place, it like feels like you know these streets, you know these characters so well. Especially like I think anyone who's even visited Hong Kong could pick up on these sort of things.
Dude.
But one of the ones that really stuck out to me is like when they're walking in and out of the like brothels, the massage parlors, or things like that. There are people going, "Oh, so Leng's eye, so handsome." I mean, the way that it was such, I don't think it's acting because they weren't like, it's just a human reaction where they're like, even if they're like, "I'm about to kill this other triad," but if someone goes, "Leng's eye," it's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, what's up? That was such a nice compliment.
And that happens to be like, when you're walking around like areas in Hong Kong and you walk by something like this, they'll be like, "Oh, they're so handsome," and I'll be like, "Oh, I know."
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, you know.
I am kind of.
Hey, look. Yeah, guys, chill. Cool. Let's,
Also, I was gonna ask, do these like, you ever seen that scene in Rush Hour 2 where they go, Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan go to like the
massage parlor? Yeah.
Do those ever exist? Because like, they kind of show it here a little bit. Okay.
They did, and it was like, I don't know if they do now, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's still massage parlors around, but they don't have that grandiosity to them.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, from what I've heard from other people, dude, even during like the 2000s, it was some crazy times, bro. I believe, I like in Macau for sure, the setup would be similar to Rush Hour. Like you walk in and it's just like, you know, they're behind a glass or behind a curtain, and you're just like, right? I don't know about Hong Kong. I don't know if Hong Kong was able to be so blatant. Like I know we had our karaoke's, which is also another fun atmosphere that I've never partaken in. So I've only heard stories, but like, dude, even some of the most prominent streets had these karaoke. So yeah, it did exist. I don't know if they exist anymore. Probably not.
Even in a relationship for a long time.
Yeah. Bro, I've never, even before then, I've never been. I've only heard stories.
And then, one of my favorite scenes in this film was like, I don't know if any scenes still stick out to you. I don't know when you last watched it, but for me, it is the incense scene at the guy's funeral when Dom or Ham or Nam or Bing Bong comes to pay respects to his old boss's funeral, and they don't let him in because he's not a triad anymore. So he has to like prostrate himself and get on his knees. Yeah. And then they like see that, and also like that's an interesting thing about like different Asian cultures. Like in some Asian cultures, it's like super common to like get on your knees for stuff.
Yeah.
But Cantonese people, it's like,
yeah,
that's like a real statement to go.
Yeah. It's like lowering yourself like a huge.
Yeah, but like in like Japan,
humility.
for example, you kowtow all the time, right?
Yeah. Because they surrender those pussies. How many Japanese listeners do we got?
I kind of laid you up for that one.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
Sorry, I'm kidding.
We're in Hong Kong, baby.
Yeah, bitch.
We don't want you psychos.
Fuck it.
Lunatics. But they, so that scene's so great, and he has to do like a gauntlet as he walks through all the other triads, and they have to hit him as they go through. But it makes all the triads respect him because it shows how much he loved his boss.
Yeah.
I thought that scene was just one of the best scenes of the film. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I think because I didn't really connect with that character that much. But for like as
too righteous.
Yeah, dude. I was like, you ain't gotta be like this, man. Just say bye from the outside. Slap me in my head. Fucking make me go on my knees and slap me in my head. Get the fuck out of here. You know who didn't do it? Chicken didn't do that.
Chicken was in Taiwan building an empire.
Yeah. Chicken just started throwing money at the fucking, when they went to the graveyard, he's like, yeah, here you go. No, look, you know what? It's funny, because Ho Nam, his name, Ho Nam, that character, he is that very, like, hey, by the book, it's all about righteousness. That's a huge thing in the film, right? Or a huge theme in the film is, like, being righteous. Even though you're doing something technically bad, you still have to have the morals of it to not be a bad person.
Yeah.
Just you're a good person doing a bad thing or something illegal. Chicken does not have that, right? Chicken is kind of like...
Chicken's having a good time.
Dude, he's just like, yo, let's just enjoy this shit, man. We killing it. Like, what the fuck?
And that's the guy you loved.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, yeah, you're right, bro.
I can see that there, because like I was quite similar. Maybe it's a comedian thing, but like I'm trying to think of another example of this. But
it's like Daffy Duck. I fuck with Daffy Duck more than Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, that's a really good example.
Yeah.
Or the Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles.
Yeah.
Like, technically Leonardo is the best one,
but you love Raph.
You love Raph.
Yes.
Raphael, I loved
Michelangelo and Raph are the two.
Oh, did you like Raphael?
I like Raph more.
So there's a very interesting thing in storytelling. I think it's called the four tenors, or the four, in Greek stuff, it's called the four senses or something like that. And then one is phlegm, one is bile, one is and they all come into different characters. And most groups of four in storytelling, even today, fall into those four characters of Jerry, Kramer, Elaine, and George. Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello. It's just always these four things, and you don't choose which character you like the most. You choose the one you're the most like always.
Okay.
So I always thought that was interesting. So you more identify with the chicken character, not because you technically might have liked him more. It's just who you felt like a bit more.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Or that's why you like Raphael more.
Yeah.
Where was I going with that? I've forgotten.
No, but yeah, like I mean, Honam is definitely Leonardo.
Yeah.
Right? Raphael, Chicken is like a mix of Michelangelo and Raphael, I think. And I think that's why I kind of fuck with him. Because he's having fun, but he's also like, all right, when it comes down to it, fine. Right? Like, I'll do my shit. But he's more like, yo, let's just enjoy this, dude. We put in the struggle. We're here now.
Yeah.
Let's just like, why are we being so strict with ourselves?
Yeah, yeah. If we can go out and do it. And he comes back and he defends everyone's honor. And all four of them end up doing it.
Yes.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but all of these guys and the two main girls, end up having quite big Cantonese careers.
Fucking huge.
All of them.
Huge. They blew up. They even still now, at the extended series, those actors from time to time will do like a reunion concert.
Oh, nice.
And it will sell out. It's an instant sellout.
What do they do at the concert?
They sing the music throughout the film. This is one thing I love about Hong Kong film or Hong Kong entertainment industry during that time, is you're never just an actor. You have to do all three. You have to be a dancer, you have to be a singer, you have to be an actor, and you do all that shit. So a lot of the music in this film is from the actors in it. They sing it, they perform it. And it's a huge thing. Whenever they get back together, it's always a big sellout.
Well, they were three of them were in a Canto pop group together before they made this film, which is quite interesting. And then some of the actors in the film, like the smaller roles, had triad pass.
Yeah,
so they were able to bring it in like.
Yeah. Some of that.
Because there was a huge triad influence in Hong Kong film at the time.
Yeah.
So this film probably got a big green light.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't speak to it, I don't know, but they probably got a green light from the right people to make it.
Yeah, for sure.
So like they were probably like, hey, you know who you should take? This guy.
Yeah.
He's always wanted to be an actor.
Yeah, this guy's great. No, actually the guy they beat up. So remember when they're trying to look for the car, the thief of the car?
Yeah.
They go to this part and they beat up this guy thinking he stole the car because he's the prince of car thieves or whatever. That guy was a famous triad member turned actor. So he was always like that was always open in public that he was, I think his name was Dai So or Sorgo. So he was a big triad member before, and then he became an actor. So this was a very common thing.
Cool shit.
Yeah, it is cool. It is kind of.
That's like brings the authenticity of the film, and then that's one thing about this film, which, like, I think makes it a hit because it is shot quickly. It is quite like. I mean, they were quite lucky in the way that it worked. Like these sort of close shots, these fast shots. It worked fucking well. It really told the story really well. So it's huge credit to Andy Lau. But more than anything, the film felt so authentic.
Yeah.
It wasn't like someone who read a book on some of these guys.
And just try to like do it.
There was like some guys who were like, oh, I know guys like this. So which is why like Scorsese's like Wise Guys comes through so well because he always like actually knows it. Or like Spike Lee when he does like his films about like black communities. It's because he lives in those communities. That's why. Not anymore, but he's
he's gross. He's not rich now, baby.
But then,
I'll live next to the Obamas, but.
I have one more thing. The priest kick, amazing. And the weird whites that show up as the police, the Hong Kong.
Oh yeah.
This is pre-handover Hong Kong.
Yeah, this is classic.
A lot of the higher police were still whites, and
which is a true fact. It was like that. It was like that for a long time.
They show up and they're like so awkward. It's so weird.
Dude, man, it's there's some great new films about that era of the police transitioning from British control to trying to get more local Chinese Hong Kong in. Yeah. There are some great films. I should send that to you next to watch.
Wait, please do. I really enjoy this one. And so we're going to wrap it up because Brian has his class here.
Okay,
Also because sorry, we're not on the other people's schedules. This is
we run. Event. You know what? We run shit here.
I was gonna say, so the tradition here is we give the film a rating out of 2 thumbs. You can give it 2 thumbs. I give it 2 thumbs. We do it at the same time. You can do a half a thumb if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. On 3, we're gonna do it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, 1.5?
1.5.
That's some Yakuza shit, not Chinese, dude. We got our 4 fingers, baby.
I mean, I don't give it 1.5 easily, but I thoroughly enjoyed the film. I thought it was like, because I was like, I gotta watch this film before I meet Tim tomorrow, and then I put it on, and I was like, I'm gonna watch half and then go to bed. And I put it on, and I was like,
and you get
fuck
sucked
it.
in.
I was like, this is awesome, bro.
Dude, you have to watch the rest of the series first.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spin-offs. You can fuck off with the spin-offs, right?
Yeah, the prequels and things.
Dude, there's even individual side characters have their own movie. Even the bad guy, he had his off-brand film spin-off that wasn't part of the same production company. He just did his own. They did the separate
Nice.
one, but it's so good. Like all of it's so good. It's so funny.
so funny, yeah.
All the films are good. I love them all, but this one, because it kickstarted everything, I got to give it two thumbs.
I do think this film is the pinnacle. Like I don't like usually the people bring on films here and I'll be like, this one fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I've got Brian Bentley's the next episode. His film is fucking dog shit.
What is the movie? What is the movie?
The Last Dragon.
The Last. What?
But
the,
it's not
what's
dog
it,
shit.
animation?
It's not great. No, it's like an active film. But
The Last Dragon. Well,
yeah,
I should know.
It's about a black guy who's a Chinese kung fu master, and but then
I know Dragon from
but
Rough Riders.
this
What
film
up, Dragon?
This film I really loved, and I think it is actually the pinnacle of like the classic gangster film.
Yeah.
And you can see how it influences so many gangster films that comes out afterwards. But yeah, man, it's a great film. Thanks for making me watch it.
No, thank you for watching it. You guys should watch it too. If you're listening,
Do you have
you should watch
anything you
it
want to
too.
plug? That'll be in like a month. Oh, he's gonna be in Canada.
I'm gonna be in Canada. I'm gonna go back to my roots. Maybe meet up with the old street gang. Let's come back, man. It's time. It's time for a reunion.
All right. Thanks so much for listening. We're out.